Hey,
How's it going, man?
good.
So what do you got for me?
So, Vlad, what was your favorite match in DTS?
Favorite match in GTS? That's tough, honestly. There is definitely there's a laundry list of them. I definitely enjoyed working with Giant Leather at my
Mm-hmm.
first Grimomania. Working with Grim, at
Mm-hmm.
Bayona Jail in the steel cage was pretty insane.
Yeah.
Same thing with No Money, destroying the ring entrance. I'd say, those are probably some of my top three matches, and definitely
Mm-hmm.
my final Grimomania that I was at with Grim when we took down AWE.
Yeah, or and you and Jake Cage had a great match too.
Yeah, definitely. The three stages of hell is definitely my thing. So
Yeah, so you've won all three Gurmania so far.
yeah, so it's definitely been an interesting undefeated streak, as some people have definitely noted. Each year, everyone thinks that it's my time to lose, and just isn't that time yet. So
Yeah, so are we going to see you at the DTS live show when it does get rescheduled?
uh, yes, you will see me there. Um, I can, whoever's watching right now and whoever this does go up to
Yeah.
see, I will be in attendance at the GTS live event. And that is all you get to hear about the GTS live event as of right now. We definitely got some surprises for everyone, and I think you'll enjoy it.
So who are some of your favorite wrestlers that you worked in the ring with?
Wow, there's definitely a whole bunch. Do you want to know like WWE stars, or do you want to know like GTS stars?
GTS and WWE.
So I would say Grim is definitely up there.
Mm-hmm.
We've always had great chemistry.
Mm-hmm.
I've enjoyed working with Kurt Bale. He's
Mm-hmm.
definitely a great guy to work with in the ring. Bravo, he's another great guy. Um, Jay the Key Evans, Jake Cage, all great guys. They're all really great to work with. I don't really have
Mm-hmm.
anyone that I don't like to work with. Some of the WWE guys that I've worked with before, Nunzio, great
Mm-hmm.
guy to work with in the ring. James
Yeah.
Ellsworth, he was
Mm-hmm.
great. Robbie E.
Mm-hmm.
I know at one point there was definitely some talks in the work about Ryback, and I think
Mm.
that that'd be an interesting fight for
Yeah.
sure. Also,
So when are you coming back to GTS?
uh, to be determined right now. So obviously, right now in our world, there's a lot going on with the pandemic right now, and it's
Mm-hmm.
kind of hard to be able to travel and stuff like that. But Grim and I have definitely been in contact, and we're definitely getting some things in the work right now.
So everyone's been waiting for this interview so much.
Yeah, I know that a lot of people have been waiting on it. I know I've been kind of MIA on Twitter, and it's not that I'm always on Twitter. I'm always watching. I'm always, in the background. But right now, there's
Mm-hmm.
definitely a lot of other uprising GTS stars
Mm-hmm.
that are, it's their time to shine right now.
Yeah.
And I don't want them to get angry at me and think that I'm taking their time away, or to think that when I show up, views start happening. So I don't want them to, take that the wrong way.
So I got a Twitter. I guess you'll have to follow me if you can.
Yeah, man. Definitely. You just gotta send me a follow or something like that, and I will. I'll check you out, man.
Maybe I followed you. I don't remember.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I get hundreds a day. So
Yeah. So for all that, no, you're not actually Russian, which I, you play that. You have that Russian accent down really good.
yeah, like any character, it takes time. And you got to put a lot of practice into your character.
So did you want to be that character, Vlad? Was that your idea?
It was a mix, actually. So uh, the story of Vlad was that he, there's traits of him that were like Brock Lesnar
Mm-hmm.
from the WWE, and then there's also
Mm-hmm.
traits of him that he was Russian, and that he was basically just the badass guy of the Soviet Union, and anyone
Mm-hmm.
who messed with him, you basically die.
Yeah.
So that was pretty much the idea behind Vlad, and I would say it was about a 50-50 between me and Grim of how we created Vlad.
Okay, so do you like being a heel or a baby face?
I like both. I think I've been told that
Mhm.
I can really pull off a good heel, and
Mhm.
I know how to piss off a lot of people and say a lot of things and do a lot of things that can really get me a lot of hate, which is what I want.
Mhm.
Obviously, when we're heels, we're looking to get that hate, and the baby face, we're looking to get that love. So I think a lot of people are really happy to see me save GTS
Mhm.
at the last Grimomania I was at
Mhm.
to be able to keep it alive. And I think a lot of
Yeah.
people were shocked by that.
So, did you like the storyline with AWE last year?
I thought it was great. I thought it told a
Mhm.
really interesting story. I think that, believe it or not, a little bit of backstage news here.
Mhm.
Um, there was a little bit of a shoot actually with that story, and some of
I
that was
see.
actually real. What you saw,
I thought it
um,
was too.
it was real. There were parts of it that were very real, and it wasn't just a story.
Mhm.
And there was definitely some animosity between certain people. And eventually, at Grimomania is when it really did truly culminate, and rivalries were put to bed, and
Mhm.
some of them were still alive for a while.
Yeah, and it was a bummer because my birthday party I was there, and they just said you just left, so I was like, dang it.
I'm so sorry, man. I'm sorry I missed you.
It's fine. You were in that Lance and Cheney match.
All right, so that's when I lost my GTS title.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
then I came, and then I heard that and then Cheney had the title, and then Grim said Vlad was here. I'm like, dang it, I was gonna meet Vlad, baby.
Are you coming to GTS Live?
Yeah, I got my tickets already.
Nice. So when you go there, I'll make it a personal uh, priority of mine to make sure I come see you this time. Sorry to let you down on your birthday last time,
No,
bud.
that's fine. Um, I'll have to interview for my outside the ring, and
Yeah, absolutely. I will be there.
you're
Uh,
gonna sell merch.
um, I know a lot of the merch that I sold is online on the T Public. If you want the Vlad City shirt that I wear in the ring and that I
Hmm.
perform in, you can do it on there. I'm more than welcome to do autographs and stuff like that. I'm not going to charge you for an autograph. Like I said, um, I'm not out to make it to screw fans and you know
Hmm.
making everyone a good time with wrestling.
So do you have eight? So you have 8x10s, I'm guessing. Do you have eight? So you have 8x10s?
Um, I I can
Or
have them made. I know how to have them made, so I could probably get them made for the show. Right now,
yeah.
there's some stuff in the works right now about different merch that I'm looking into that
Hmm.
I would only have exclusively at the GTS live event. Because obviously the shirts have been up, they've sold wonderful, and they sell great. So I definitely
Hmm.
encourage you if you want one, definitely buy one. I will probably have some merch on me
Hmm.
when I go to the live event, but I'm not going to charge you for anyone for
Okay.
pictures or autographs. You're more than welcome.
Okay, that's awesome. So what I like to do that have you seen Grim shoot interviews before?
Yes, I have seen the interviews.
So would you want to do one word describe a GTS wrestler?
What do you mean?
Like one word to describe a GTS wrestler.
Uh, um, I would do either one. I definitely think that there's been a lot of talk in the works that they want me to do some of that shoot stuff
Yeah.
to give my view on a lot of things. I know that Grim and I are very good friends, and
Mhm.
we see eye to eye on a lot of things. And
Mhm.
I think that there was definitely, if you would have caught me about last year when a lot of this stuff was going on, especially with the AWA, you would have heard a lot of good shoot stuff. A lot of things that were just, I thought were ridiculous. So,
Yeah, no, like I'm. So, do you want to do like one word to describe a GTS wrestler though?
sure, I could try. So,
Okay. Grim,
innovator,
do hop,
crazy,
Pete Corvus.
Kevin Owens.
Tommy.
Salami.
Jimmy Controversy's on. How about Jimmy?
Idiot. Jimmy, I love him like a little brother, but some of the stuff that comes out of that boy's mouth is just, it's crazy.
Okay. Red Titus.
Professional.
Jake Cage.
The next big thing.
Yeah, you and him had a great feud, so.
Yeah, that was definitely hyped up from the Regal Rumble, from the second Regal Rumble. It was definitely hyped up.
Jimmy says, I love you too, Brock. Prince Akhenaten.
Cool character.
Yeah, did you like working with him for that little feud?
It was definitely interesting. I would have liked to work with him a little bit longer than I was able to.
Mm-hmm.
He is, when it comes to ring awareness and really psychology of matches, he is truly a professional.
Yeah.
But it was definitely good times with him.
So Kamikaze.
Stay retired.
Soda Pop.
Where is he?
Medic.
Who?
Medic.
Yeah, who? I know Medic. He never shows up. So who?
Ace Marksman.
OJ.
Matthias Glass.
Hysterical.
And
Very, very funny guy. I enjoyed his gimmick very much. He was great to work with in the ring.
Yeah. Philly Mike's on here. How about Philly Mike Swanson?
Philly Mike Swanson's a great guy. We are from the same area. And I've gotten to know him for the couple times that we've worked together and when we made some of the drives to Jersey. But he is definitely, from the time that he started and the time that he is now, he has grown unbelievably. He's going to make a real mark in this business.
Yeah, I would love to see that match one-on-one. You and...
Yeah, the last match that him and I had was actually in the old warehouse. This is when he was just starting out with GTS in the Fatal 4-Way. But, Philly Mike, he's the man.
So someone said one word to describe. How would you describe Kurt Bale?
I don't know if I have one word. I think I have to have more words, but if I have to say one word for him, I'd probably say loyal.
Yeah, you him never get along?
There was a time where we didn't see eye to eye on a few things. Personally, outside of the ring.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing against him, but I think that, there was just times where I think that things were rough on him, rough on me, and, we just were at each other's way at the wrong time. But we've always worked professionally in the ring together. We've always respected one another. He's a great performer, and he's going places right now. Like in CCW, he's definitely getting around. So nothing but respect for him. Just sometimes we don't agree on things.
Hollywood Hooligan.
Ring leader. He's definitely a leader in the ring. He definitely has stepped up.
Tony Cheney.
Tony Cheney is definitely upcoming talent. Some of these guys, honestly, it's more than one word that I have for them. They deserve it, honestly. I like the whole pizza gimmick, and he's one of those guys who really pays his dues and, works his ass off. So
how about then that leads into Cheney's partner, Fran and Angelo?
I've only worked with Fran a little bit, but from what I've seen of her, she puts 110% in just like Cheney does. Same thing with Angelo. I remember, trying to teach him how to do a back bump, and it took us forever to teach him how to do it. And he finally picked up on it and finally learned how to do it. And
now look at him.
Yeah, he's really starting to make some real progress, and we're
He's
proud of the
killing
kid.
each other in death matches with Bale and stuff.
I know he's loving it. He's loving every minute of it.
He's insane. He goes from being shy and never talking, and now he's freaking insane.
Yeah, exactly. I think he's gotten more comfortable in the ring. I think that he's growing up a little bit within himself, and he's able
Yeah.
to feel more comfortable in the ring.
So, Manabo.
My brother, Manatbo is a great friend of mine. He's always been a true OG with me, and him and I have definitely gone up some good streets together.
Oliver Bailey, his tag partner.
I have not worked with Oliver in a long time, but
Mm-hmm.
he is a great, every time that we work together, he's true professional,
Mm-hmm.
funny guy outside the ring,
Giant Leather.
a legend. He is a legend in his own right. I think of Kane in 1997 when he
Yeah.
really came out as the big red machine.
Mm-hmm.
Giant Leather, that is who he is. He is really a freak of nature. He
Mm-hmm.
does things that are just unbelievable in the ring. And him and I have taken each other to the end and back just in one Grimomania match, and then meeting each other again at the Greatest Regal Rumble.
Someone said that Beth said she remembers the behind the scenes when you dropped Andrew on his head really hard for Sucker Slam.
Mm.
Yeah.
That's what happens when you sandbag.
Mm-hmm.
So you got to do something right. Sometimes you got to learn the hard way.
Yeah. Jay Evans.
Jay the Key Evans, I would have to say, he's the future. He really is.
Mm-hmm.
I know that he retired for a little while because of his some injuries and some
Mm-hmm.
other personal reasons. But he really is. He really could be the future if he really puts his mind to it and really works hard. You could see him in like a cruiserweight division. So
Yeah. Someone I was gonna say this one, Tony Emerald.
Tony Emerald is definitely an OG. He is a great mentor to a lot of them.
Mm-hmm.
Back in the day, he was teaching things that some of the guys in the ring now have no idea how to do. So I think that more people should definitely pick his brain.
Yeah. Joe Wolf. So James said Joe Wolf.
He's got to toughen up a little bit, but
Yeah.
he's definitely had some great stories though, and I definitely respect the kid. He's definitely had some great moments in the ring.
Someone said Onslaught.
Onslaught. Well, he has definitely progressed, but I
Mm-hmm.
remember when I first met him, he scared the hell out of me because I thought he was going to kill himself by some of the bumps he was taking.
Mm-hmm. They always thought he was draking.
Yeah, a lot of people, there's definitely a resemblance. When you first see him, you definitely aren't really sure of the resemblance of each other. But
Yeah.
yeah,
Someone said Hitman Jones and Shamar.
uh, for Hitman Jones, I would have to say Jeff Hardy. He's
Yes.
really the Jeff Hardy. And Shamir, I don't really,
Shamar.
Shamar, I've never really worked with him, so I don't really know too much about him.
And then this one, I was going to say this one, Bonifer. For
Uh,
some battles.
Yeah, he is a real bruiserweight. He's a real deal.
Mm-hmm.
Whenever we are in there together, it gets rough and it gets
Yeah.
we go all the way.
So, yeah. Did you see his death match with Joe Wolf?
Yes, he absolutely wrecked him.
Yeah. It was hysterical. I would love to see that match again, you and Bonifer.
Yeah, so Bonifer disappeared for a while. I think he wanted to go kind of find
Yeah.
himself a little bit and find where his true calling is
Mm-hmm.
and where he best fits in.
So, James said Landscaper.
Team player.
And a big one here, Cletus.
All the respect in the world. Cletus and I go way back. He actually taught me how to do most of my wrestling. And I was very raw when I came in, but he definitely was able
Mm-hmm.
to refine me. and helped me find my character and really helped me become who I am and who everyone knows. So he is definitely a great guy. I know he's got some stuff going on with his new company at
Yeah.
FOW. So, that's awesome.
Will we see you in FOW one day? Ever?
Yeah, there's definitely been talks about it. I know that he's asked me to come out on some of the shows and hopefully be a part of it. So,
Yeah,
yeah,
that'd
it's
be
definitely a
great.
possibility.
Joe Dice, people are saying.
Um, Truthfully, I've only worked with him a couple times, but if I would have to say anything, I would have to say he needs to some of the moves that he used to do, he really needed to reevaluate them a little bit
Mm-hmm.
and kind of switch them up a little bit. Just because it didn't make sense for his size to, for
Yeah.
example, suplex me when we all know you're not
Yeah.
suplexing me.
Nightmare.
Definitely not a hardcore deathmatch guy,
No.
and I think he has not been back since.
No. Violence.
Want to be tough guy.
Jimmy said those were the days we miss a lot.
Which days?
I don't know. Someone said misspelled it, but Blackstrom.
Blackstrom. Truthfully, I haven't really worked with him, so I couldn't really answer that one for you.
That's who I thought your mystery opponent was going to be for this virus hit.
Nope, it was not going to be Blackstrom. I got news for you. I can tell you
God
that.
darn it.
What's that?
God darn it, I was wrong.
Yeah, it was definitely not going to be that, but it was definitely the original plans are still potentially in the works, and like I said to everyone, you're not going to be disappointed.
Oh, God. Ron Voyage.
Ron Voyage. Truthfully, I've only worked with him a couple times, but he's okay. I would leave it at that. He's okay. We don't really our paths really haven't crossed that much.
Jimmy Rave.
True legend. Definitely works his butt off.
Mm-hmm.
He was a pleasure to work with in the ring. I definitely remember feeling some of his slaps, and
Mm-hmm.
they were pretty brutal. But he was great to work with in the ring.
Bravo.
Bravo! Oh, awesome guy. I remember when he first came in
Mm-hmm.
the old yard,
Yeah.
and he was kind of known as the 2000s Rock, and
Yeah.
he was definitely a great guy to work with, and I'm curious to see if he makes it to the next level because he definitely has the charisma and the ability to.
He's the FOW champion, so.
That's true. I mean, it's definitely a possibility. I know that he's definitely had a big rivalry not too recently. So,
Yeah, the Beach Bums.
pleasure to work with. I like their gimmick. It was
Job
fun.
security.
Uh, I like the idea behind it. Just wasn't for me.
Johnny Chill.
Um, was a little green. I didn't really get to work with him much. He left
Yeah.
really early on.
Casey Navarro.
Oh, total was.
Jordan Oliver.
Uh, I kind of look at him and I think like he looks like that Bieber guy. So I don't know.
So then the other people that he was with, so Young Dumb and Broke, Charlie Tiger, Griffin McCoy, and Ellis Taylor.
Um, I didn't really work with a lot of them, truthfully. They were really
Yeah.
quiet. Whenever I saw them, they were real quiet and standoffish. So, I just think they were too shy.
Sprinkles the Clown.
Great guy. He was awesome to work with. A lot of fun.
I was gonna try to interview him, but he doesn't wrestle anymore, so
Yeah, I believe he retired.
that's a bummer. I actually like that gimmick.
Yeah, it was an interesting gimmick. It was a fun gimmick.
Yeah. Yankee TDM.
Great guy. Unfortunately, he just disappeared. He stopped showing up. I thought he was great to work with in the ring, though.
No, I interviewed him. He might want to come back. He's
Okay.
Someone I didn't want to say him because he doesn't like. He's a whatever. JJ Adams.
Not a fan. He definitely stirred up a lot of trouble, and so truth be told, the match that was put up on YouTube was
Yeah.
a shoot match.
Yeah.
So everything was very real in that, and it, he stirred up a lot of trouble, and for whatever reason, thought that he could make his name off of me, and doing it in a shoot matter for whatever reason. So, and he paid the price for it.
Corey Dillinger.
Great friend. Awesome to work with in the ring. I remember my first match with him, we did some crazy stuff, and I remember picking him up for the F5, and it was just sheer adrenaline, and he felt like a feather, light as a feather.
Mr. Graham.
Freak athlete. I mean, being able to do what he does is, for his weight, is a freak.
So who are some of the other people that I forgot?
Oh gosh. Truthfully, I couldn't even tell you. I remember I'd go there. A lot of the times that I would honestly go there were almost even a blur sometimes. When I went there, I was busy. I was in business mode. I was ready to fight. I came there to fight and, collect my winnings, and then I'd leave. So that's kind of like how my mindset always was. Always I talked to some of the people, but for the most part, I wasn't really there to chit chat. So I kind of came there with a job to do.
Yeah, and someone said, "Can you follow me, please, Maximilian?" That's his Instagram.
Yeah, if anyone on here wants to follow me, you're more than welcome to. And I'll give you a follow back on my Twitter or on my Instagram here.
Oh yeah, but it's rare for Vlad to do an interview.
Yes, it is very hard to get me, and I know that this has been in the works now for a couple weeks now. Yeah. I know that there's been a lot of back and forth, and we've talked to Cletus and Jimmy Controversy about trying to get some stuff together. So much thanks to them for help making this happen, and I definitely appreciate you having me on here. It was great.
Yeah. So who now we're just gonna. So someone said, "What about Grim?" That was the first person. He already said. So what do you think of Grim again?
Grim's an innovator. He is an endless pit of ideas, and he has he's a real genius. He does a lot of great stuff.
Randy says Vlad is a go of GTS. True soldier. I salute you.
Thanks, Randy.
Are you going to be a doctor? Just wondering, because that's why you left for a while.
Right. Yeah. So I'm still in doctorate school right now. It's a long process, as I'm sure you all can figure that out. Obviously, because of COVID right now, some things are on the back burner. But right now, I'm actually treating patients, and I'm in clinic, and I'm treating people, and I see people every day. So it's going great, though. But I told Graham, though, I will always make time to try and get back to my roots, and I'm always a loyal follower for GTS.
Yeah, because when you said that video said goodbye to you, you can't stay away. It's hard.
Yeah, it gets tough. Truthfully, my last match against Kurt Bale, I had no intention of returning. And that wasn't just about being a doctor. And I know a lot of people really wanted to know this, and I'm sure I'll get asked this question again if I do an interview with Grim. But I left to give a chance to the new rising stars of GTS to thrive. Granted, GTS has been struggling a little bit recently. And, I know when I show up, there's views. It's not ego. It's not anything. It's just, that's the facts. That's the numbers.
Yeah.
The numbers don't lie.
Yeah, your last appearance was the Christmas Chaos.
Yeah, and the video did wonderful. Both of them did great. And, I'm trying to let new superstars really, make their name for themselves and really start to bloom and really branch out. Unfortunately, there's still people that think that I'm holding them back, or I'm
Mm-hmm.
doing this, or I'm doing that, or that I'm burying them. It's not the case, and they're more than welcome to step out of the shadows and talk about it if they want to talk about it, or if they want to settle it in the ring, then we'll settle it in the ring.
Yeah,
Um,
and I'm gonna be interviewing a bunch of people at the GTS live show.
awesome.
You'll be one of them.
I will be there for sure.
And so who do you? We'll answer this one question, and then I have one more thing to ask you.
Sure.
Oh, he makes. This is a person, Johnny, who makes custom shoes.
What are you asking me? If he can make a pair of shoes for himself, or
No, for I guess you. He's asked this for a couple of my interviews.
um, you could definitely should send me some designs. I'll take a look at them. I'm not going to tell you now. I would say show me some designs first, and then we'll talk.
Jake
Um,
Cage is on here.
ah, how's it going, buddy?
And my question, my last question here is, um, he says it's off of colored paper.
Like I said, just show me what you got.
And then GTS 24 said, you are the best, you are the beast person." And I think that's.
I think he meant best.
Mm-hmm. What about Grim? Do you like Vlad?
Yep, we're close.
And then my last thing is, who do you think if you took a group of people, who do you think are the next rising stars that some of the OGs are stepping away now
Um,
if they leave?
that's a great question. I
Yeah.
think that with the stars that are on there right now, I
Mm-hmm.
truthfully think that Tony Chini is
Mm-hmm.
definitely going to be a rising star. I think,
Swanson.
yes, Swanson. I already think Swanson's a star, to be honest with you. I think that
Mm-hmm.
uh, Swanson, Hollywood Hooligan.
Yeah.
I think that even Ace Hitman Jones,
Yeah.
I think that he has incredible ring ability, and I think that a lot of it is just going to come to how they tell, their story. That's really what it comes down to. I've always believed in giving intensity and showing intensity, and making what I do meaningful. I'm not here to waste the fans' time. I'm not here
Mm-mm.
to make them say, why am I watching this? It's
Mm-hmm.
boring. We're out to entertain. It's wrestling for entertainment.
Yeah. Some of so I'm gonna end with this. So if you had to pick top 10 and top 10, who are the future and top 10 um OGs that you think that you want to see return for their work time?
Um, well, I guess I can start with the OGs. I feel a
Yeah.
little bit more. I feel like that. So the ones that I want to return, or just who I think is the best.
Yeah, who do you either way, either one?
All right. Well, I would say number 10 is probably definitely going to be Ace Marksman. He
Mm-hmm.
definitely deserves respect. He's definitely on that board.
Yeah.
Um, let me think. Back from the old days, I would have to say Tony G. He's still around, but he's a great guy. He's one of the best. So I would have to say he's number 9.
Who?
I'm sorry, Tony Emerald.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Cletus, I would have to say is number 8. I
Yeah.
think that he is definitely a ring legend in his own right. I would say Jeffrey Bravo at number 7.
Mm-hmm.
Jay the Key Evans at number 6. Uh, gosh.
Tommy and Pete.
I would have to put Tommy and Pete because Grim will always be there.
Mm-hmm.
He's definitely at the top. So I'd probably have to say, I guess at number 5 and 6, we can say Tommy and Pete Corvus. And this would actually surprise some people, but for number 4, I think Ed the Ref. I think that in his own
Yeah.
right, he made things interesting. He made things fun, and
Hmm.
it was a great time working with him. And he
Yeah,
just
I forgot to mention, we forgot about Kirby. Kirby.
Kirby's a true OJ, total team player.
Yeah, so
So
would he be in there?
I think he'd be 11. Honestly, I think he'd just be shy of it.
So is
Um,
Manabo in that list because you love him?
yeah, so I would have to say Manaba would go right above Pete and them.
Hmm.
So, and then obviously Duhop is up there and Grim. And then for number 1, yours truly.
Well,
So
you should also put Matthias in there because that would be a great return.
I think Matthias would definitely be an interesting return. I don't think that it will ever happen
Yeah, I
though,
know.
just because of politics in wrestling and whatnot. But hey, I
Yeah.
mean, he knows where we are. So
Yeah, I would love to see Muncher.
yes, Mantra was definitely. I loved his gimmick. We had a lot of fun in the ring together. So
Yeah, and I would also love to see Matt Cassel, even though he's retired, because he was young.
yeah, Matt Cassel. Unfortunately, he lost love for the business. He got burned out real quick. But we're still good friends, and he's actually lost a lot of weight, and he's getting in shape. So you never know.
Yeah, he would be great for the live show. That would be awesome.
Yeah, absolutely. Like I said, I'm sure there's some surprises that are saved up for the live show that the guys are really going to love. So I definitely encourage everyone to come out. Seriously, this is
Yeah.
a once in a lifetime opportunity that we're all going to be together at one point, especially after this COVID crap.
Hmm.
So I would definitely encourage you guys to be there.
And then what about top 10, like, future? Or if you want to even do top 10.
Honestly, I have to wait and see because right now I haven't found someone who I've been ready to pass, my torch to. I know each OG has a torch that they want to pass it to. But
Hmm.
I haven't found that person yet for me. And I think that um, I have some ideas of who could be that person, but
Yeah.
I think they're still being groomed, and I think that they're still finding their way and really finally finishing finding their character. So
And this last question,
sure.
is GTS real or fake on YouTube? Which everyone asked that question.
Yeah, I know that's the big golden question. Um, and what you see is real. What's happening in the ring is what you see happening in the ring.
Hmm.
There's no when you hear that slap come, we're getting slapped when we're jumping off the top rope, going through a table. It's all real. There's been times where people have torn ligaments, broken bones. Um, so it really takes a toll on your body for sure.
And there's one, I guess. And then Kevin said you are my favorite. And then, of course, when are you coming back, GTS? You answered. Would you want to answer it again?
I'll be back to be determined. So
There you
just
go.
I would say the best thing that you can count on me to be at is the live show. So if you want to see me in person, if you want an autograph or a picture, I would recommend going to that live show and really supporting us and coming out and cheering, just having a good time.
So, yeah, hopefully we see you at an FOW show.
Yeah, I know that there's some talks in the works, so we'll definitely see what happens with that.
And I'm getting my name out there with these interviews.
Yeah, I heard that
Yeah.
that you're inspired, looking to become a wrestler down the line and in the
Yeah.
future. It's a lot of hard work, so definitely
Mm.
be prepared for it. Definitely be
Yeah.
prepared to.
And
What's that?
no, I was just gonna say I now I work. I do interviews for LTW, FOW, and
Nice.
I just got hot and UWC, and I got hired for SWF when they come back.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely think that if you're looking to get in that ring, you just got to be ready. You got to really toughen yourself up and really get ready to take a beating. So, it's part of the business.
And I only one more year, and then I could probably join. So I'm 17 right now.
Yeah, so definitely just make sure you're staying healthy, doing enough physical fitness to be able to move around and be able to lift some people. So
Oh yeah. And
you never
then
know. You could always be across the ring from me.
yeah, oh God. And then Dustin says, "Who inspired you to become a wrestler?"
The person that inspired me to be a wrestler was actually my cousin. Um, I took him to a SmackDown event in Philadelphia, PA, and that's where me and Grim ran into each other, and
Mm,
do hop, and one thing led to another. We were talking. I sent them a video. They loved what they saw, and the rest has been history ever since. So originally, I did this for my little cousin, and then it kind of took on its own life. And
it did.
I've definitely have made an impact in this business, and I definitely have talked to some higher ups before at some
Hmm.
bigger companies, and but GTS will always be my home. This is where I'm from, and
Yeah.
uh, that's where my loyalties will always lie.
And can we get a Vlad line in Russia?
Vlad City, bitch.
Yes. Oh my God, I missed that. I missed that.
You'll see it again. Don't worry. At the live show, just make
Yeah.
sure that you scream for it, and you'll get it.
Yeah, I should make a sign. Just says Vlad.
I'll look for you in the crowd. Don't worry.
Oh yeah, you won't
I'll
miss
give
it.
you. I'll get a surprise for you, bud.
What?
I'll get a surprise for you. If I see you there, I'll make sure to see you before I wreck my opponent. So
Yeah.
we'll see.
Okay. Thank you, Vlad, so much for taking the time.
You're welcome.
I've been wanting to do this interview so long.
Well, you got it. So you did
So,
what a lot of people have failed to do. So
yeah.
definitely props to you.
Yeah.
So all right. Well, you all have a good night, and
You too.
you better keep watching over your shoulder. There's always a storm coming.
Yeah. See you, Vlad.